His Serene Highness, Prince Albert II of Monaco, in keeping with the philosophy of the Oceanographic Institute, namely to understand, protect and care for the oceans, is personally committed to preserving them. Prince Albert II has chosen Tubbataha Reefs Natural Park in the Philippines, which harbours 2 remote coral atolls in the Sulu Sea. Due to its exemplary management, it was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Oceanographic Institute was founded in 1906 by Prince Albert I of Monaco. Prince Albert II pursues the work of his grandfather, who was a pioneer in the field of scientific ocean research. He still relies on the museum, which is a great discovery and awareness tool for the oceans. Personally committed to the preservation of the environment, Prince Albert II cares about the children who will inherit our planet. Before leaving for Tubbataha, he met up with pupils from the Principality in front of the world's most ancient coral aquarium.
So, how come you're so interested in coral?
I'm not only interested in corals, but in all marine species and in everything that affects the environment in general, and in preserving those natural habitats that are extremely fragile, vulnerable, for our future and also your future.
Let's head to one of the world's best preserved coral reefs on the occasion of this first expedition undertaken by the team of the Oceanographic Institute. 11,000 kilometers away from Monaco, the Philippines form a huge archipelago in the Pacific that harbors Tubbataha Marine Park in the heart of the Sulu Sea. If in the Philippines the ocean is a wonderful playground for kids, in Tubbataha, the reef is mostly essential to marine life. Because coral is an animal which creates its mineral skeleton, thus constructing huge underwater cities. Coral is our planet's greatest builder. Its structure provides a perfect shelter for colonies of numerous species, like great sponges that filter the water through its walls, or the delicate gorgons that stand in the current to filter it. Thousands of species are born there, feed themselves, breed, from small antheas to groupers, Napoleons, and giant sea turtles. On board the ship leading to the park, Prince Albert II discovers the reef that emerges just above the horizon. With Robert Calcagno, head of the Oceanographic Museum, he talks with Angélique Sonko, head of Tubbataha Park, to understand how she manages its preservation.
But how do you manage that? Of course, you need funds from tourism, but how do you manage it so that it doesn't become a burden and not too many people come and have too big of an impact on the reefs?
Well, you see, sir, our tourism season is only 3 months of the year. And so there's like a natural limitation imposed by sea conditions. And so 9 months of the year, we don't have people coming here. And so we make money for 3 months, and we use that money for the whole 12 months.
I don't think you have many information on the turtle, where they are coming from, where they are going, when they are breeding. So they are nesting in Tubbataha, but you are not sure, where they are coming, feeding or breeding.
Yes, a DNA study has been conducted, and but there's just
so they are coming from several regions in Philippines.
Japan. Yeah. No, they're coming from Japan, from Australia, and East Africa.
We bring, and tomorrow we will put that transponder. It's a completely new way of transponder. We have in fact 2 different.
A small one.
Yes, they are really small and very interesting, because the small one is able to record the position and the water temperature, and while the bigger one is able to record position, water temperature, the light, and the depth also.
The rangers are looking forward to catching that turtle.
Oh, that's great.
The ranger station is located 130 kilometers away from the closest town. Here, a dozen of rangers, armed to fight against poaching, take turns to watch the zone, but also to conduct research for scientists. For many years, rangers have marked the park's sea turtles to try to unravel the remaining mysteries about their several thousand-kilometer migrations from one continent to the other. The chase is on. Green turtles are the fastest ones. They race like torpedoes up to 35 kilometers an hour. With no equipment, the mission seems impossible. How are they going to do it? With the spectacular rodeo technique, which is not always successful. With two rangers, it's a lot easier. This green turtle is young. Turtles still caught for their flesh and the price of their shell live in peace in this sanctuary. You need some experience and muscles to control a good-sized turtle inside its habitat. The turtles being captured are young ones. This proves that here they have a good breeding frequency, whereas their numbers have declined throughout the world. Each of them is measured, weighed, the gender determined, and their age estimated. The marking technique is a rather archaic process. It consists of fixing a ring on one fin in order to recognize the turtle in case it's caught again one day. Indeed, it's hard to rely on a recapture, which would ultimately reveal the secret of its movements in the ocean. The beacons that are supplied by the Oceanographic Museum will allow them to follow the turtle's journey for several months. We hope that they will bring key information to help us know them better and to protect them. Prince Albert II, Robert Calcagno and Angélique Sonko arrive at the station to place the tags. The rangers are eager to discover this surprising prince who's getting involved in the field. The second team of rangers is back with a good-sized catch. This turtle weighs at least 70 kilos. We understand why its beautiful brown olive shell is so coveted.
So we will put the splash transponder.
The installation of a beacon requires a thorough preparation so that it lasts several months underwater. Prince Albert II takes part.
Exciting. What do you think, Hirsch? Is this a male or female?
Male. The tail is a bit shy.
Oh, so it was a really big juvenile in that case.
Very, very big.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. All the shell. Okay. Yeah.
I really want to get personally involved in the actions in the field when I travel. Then I can share my commitments with passionate people whose knowledge inspires me.
The turtle endures the ordeal patiently. As for the rangers, they are impressed to see Prince Albert II lend a hand with such enthusiasm.
So now you can see it's reacting, and when it becomes so it's going to be okay.
The beacon is fixed with a polyester resin to resist a long journey across the ocean. It will measure the speed of its progression, the depth of its dives, and the water temperature where the turtle swims.
We'll just slop off with the...
So I think it's already dry now.
The journey of this green turtle and this young hawksbill turtle, which is also equipped with an Argos beacon, will be tracked down thanks to satellites that will record data every time they come to the surface. Collected in Toulouse, France, the information will be used to map the routes and the diving profile of these great travellers. A guardian angel will then watch over them from space. The day after, diving at Black Rock, one of the most beautiful diving spots in Tubbataha, in order to realise how rich and fragile this protected area is.
When I dive, I'm back in nature, in close contact with wildlife. A contact that soothes, imbued with curiosity and respect. In this protected site, I'm struck by the way this hawksbill turtle is not afraid of us. That should be the rule in all oceans, but it has become so rare.
The turtle even seems to invite the divers to follow her, to let them discover her coral garden. Fear or irritation? This scarlet red octopus looks a little more concerned by these strange visitors. Barracuda patrol in close rows like armoured men. Looking like bouquets, tables, cushions, deer horns or bushes, coral from Tubbataha takes all kinds of shapes. This pelagic stingray is trying to hide, while this leopard ray is gliding majestically over the reef. What a gift for the observer. 600 species of fish live in Tubbataha, more than in the whole Mediterranean Sea. The beautiful scorpion fish is a frightening hunter with poisonous spines.
Tubbataha is a huge nursery. By creating more protected areas like this one, we could contribute to the sustainable repopulation of the oceans for the benefit of all.
The presence of sharks proves that the ecosystem is healthy. Sharks are scarce because they're deprived of prey and caught massively almost everywhere. Coral reefs cover only 1,000th part of the ocean's surface, but harbour 25% of the entire marine biodiversity. And 1 billion humans are said to depend on them, at least partly for their livelihood. 1 square kilometre of healthy reef can produce 15 tonnes of fish every year.
Even in this far-off paradise, we can feel the impact of man. I feel ashamed and angry.
The film crew tries to retrieve a lost fishing line that may still trap or injure animals years after being dumped into the ocean. A little further, divers strive to rid the coral of the remains of a discarded net. These lines and ghost nets still kill uselessly everywhere in the world. Although protected by guards, the park is not totally spared from illegal fishing. Cagayancillo, 150 kilometers away, is the closest urban centre. It's developed an alternative to fishing with a view to helping hundreds of families support their needs. The cultivation of seaweed, aimed at the food, pharmaceutical and cosmetic industry. These long brown lines are submerged ropes on which seaweed has clamped itself. Seaweed can double its biomass within a few days. It's 20 times more productive than soybeans, 40 times more than corn, and 400 times more than beef. Not only does seaweed grow all year long, but its production requires no fertilizers or chemical products, and it's extremely environmentally friendly. Tubbataha is a model in terms of sustainable development, a laboratory for the future. The expedition continues in the huge marine park. Angelique Sonko wants to show her visitors another of her treasures. One of the few islands of the park, insignificant in terms of size but with a crucial ecological issue, is strictly forbidden to the public. Prince Albert II particularly appreciates the initiatives that have been taken to protect endangered species. A strip of sand emerges just above the horizon.
When I discover an unknown land, I feel the emotion of the first explorers. The sight of preserved nature is deeply inspiring. It is important to preserve and even expand those sanctuaries that are essential to the blossoming of life.
Tubbataha is the largest protected zone for seabirds all over Southeastern Asia. And this islet is the only shelter in the whole area for several nesting species. A vital sanctuary for thousands of terns, gannets, noddies that seem to share this limited space in harmony. But the impact of human activity is global. Rubbish that is swept away by currents ends up on this remote seashore. The head of the park takes the opportunity of this very exceptional visit to the island to organise a waste collection with rangers in order to prevent this paradise from becoming a landfill.
They're starting to lay eggs now, and then let's find one. This is the brown booby.
Yeah?
He's not afraid.
And then they're ground breeders, so they mostly occupy the plaza. We call that.
Brown what, I'm sorry?
Yes, this is called the brown boobies.
Booby, yeah?
Yeah.
And then?
And then their chicks,
Terns?
their kids, the juveniles looks like that one.
Are white,
Oh,
yes.
Yes, the white one.
So, Richie, there is about six species which are breeding on the island?
Yes, yes, they regularly breed in the island. So the brown boobies, these ones with a white belly right there, are ground breeders.
So they are feeding the baby now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the female is feeding the baby, or the male and the female?
They interchange
They're
sometimes.
interchanged, so they are regurgitating the fishes?
Regurgitating.
But the half of the population is
It's
now
not
out
here.
looking for food, and this is only the half of
Okay.
The birds.
They'll come back
So one
later
half
in
is
the
keeping
afternoon.
good care of the juvenile,
Yes,
and the
and
other
then the
one
other
is
one-
going fishing.
Yep.
What would be the population of birds here?
A minimum of 36,000 birds.
Really?
Yeah, so that's the highest since 1981 that we have been monitoring.
Really?
Yeah.
So the population of Monaco is the same as a bird population here.
Ah,
It's 37,000.
37,000. But how many species would that population of Monaco?
Yes.
37,000.
Ah, yeah.
The group joins the rangers who finish their clean-up operation. Everybody takes part, mainly because all this waste can be fatal for the birds if they swallow it.
Okay,
Ah, good fish.
last things. Thank you. Now that's a pretty good catch.
Well, Good job. So unfortunately, we were able to find and to collect lots of rubbish.
For such a small island, the amount of trash collected is astounding. Destination Cagayancillo, 4 hours by boat. The children come to greet the visitors. The prince joins them for a swim and an improvised scavenger hunt. Tubbataha's children live in a small paradise, but they don't realise how precious it is because most of them have never had the opportunity to take a look underwater with a mask. They are unaware of its fragility and of the havoc that has already been caused elsewhere. All this makes their playground even more precious. They will soon, however, have the responsibility of protecting this sanctuary. That's why the expedition in the Philippines ends with an educative mission to which Prince Albert II is very committed, along with Christophe Bellache from the NGO, the Ocean Agency.
Your Highness, what we have here is a 360-degree camera. So it's a system that takes 360-degree video. It's got 6 cameras inside a cubic shape housing, and basically each camera looks in a direction, in a specific direction. And the idea is that each camera overlaps with the other. I think what we find is that there's so few people that dive in the world, right? I think the statistics is 99.9% of the population never dive and may never will. So I guess it's an amazing way to immerse people in an environment that they don't know, and we can teach them about what's going on. So I think up until now it's been a hidden world, and we're trying to make it more accessible. So you'll be happy to become a 360-degree cameraman for a few minutes?
I'll try my best.
Great.
Promise kept, I improvise a film shooting to make the world of silence accessible to children, but also to those who, like them, will have the opportunity to marvel at those natural wonders as if they were there.
This white-tip reef shark sneaks in at the right time. The filmmaker must make a mental effort to visualize a shoot that takes place simultaneously in all directions. At the drop-off, where the current carries food upwards from the depths of the sea, there is an apparition, a majestic whale shark. Christophe Bellache hastens to show the kids this futuristic tool.
So these are the little glasses that His Highness just spoke to you about. And so I'm going to put a phone inside these cardboard glasses, and each of you, you're going to have a look at it. Okay? So the phone will be like this, and all you have to do is place these glasses like this, and then you look everywhere. Okay? You can turn around like this and look absolutely everywhere.
Okay.
Okay?
And you can turn around.
The children are suddenly immersed in this environment, which, although so close, is discovered in all its glory for the first time. The young visitors of the Oceanographic Museum discover Tubbataha's wonders as well. Prince Albert II tells them about his experience in the Philippines and about his future explorations on other seas, under other latitudes, and shares with them his desire to know, love, and protect our blue planet.